All right. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for viewing this channel. I still remain your one and only English master. I'm here to take you on a special topic today. But before I proceed, I will like to mention the reason why I started this video to make short clips about some vital topics in English language. I'm a teacher. I've been teaching for some years, and I usually have students that write WAEC, that is West African Examination Council, and NECO if you're in Nigeria, as well as JAM, NAPTEP, just to mention the acronyms, and other related examination that qualifies students to gain admission into various institutions. And I observed that my students maybe find it difficult to believe that English is simple. So I decided to bet this concept to create short clips in order for them to view it at their leisure time, which will help in perfecting their knowledge in order to sit for these examinations and pass without stress. And I want to assure you that English still remains one of the simplest subject. That means English as a subject still remains one of the simplest subjects on earth. So don't see it as a difficult subject. It's very simple. I used to tell my students that English still remains the only subject you can wake up, write the examination, and pass without reading. Why? Because it's just a language. Have it in your mind, just a language. Even though you are in Nigeria and African is not your mother tongue or your L1, but still, English is simple. Now, without taking much of your time, because this is a video, I don't want it to be too much. So let's go to the basic fundamental of English, and that is called, our topic today is parts of speech. This is a transcription or transcriptive aspect of it, part of speech. Now, I'm giving you at least three definitions of what parts of speech is all about. Once a student, even if you are a professor or a professor to be, you are able to master this thing in English, you are good to go. You are about to become a good English student, because this is the root of English. So please, before I proceed further, please subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe so that when I drop or make new videos, you will get a notification. And again, like it. And if you are a prospective WAEC candidate, JAMB, NECO, or other related examination in other part of the world, please comment below. Comment by saying, English master, help me. Say, English master, help me. I'm going to view it, have a personal conversation with you, and also give you certain ideas or concepts that you need to write your examination, and success will be your portion. Now, let's take today's own past or speech. Parts is just different elements that make speech. That is all. That is all. So now, let's take the first definition. It says parts of speech simply means a category or group or class to which a word is assigned in accordance with its syntactic function. This syntactic, let's underline it, came from the word syntax. And we can also, what is syntax? It's just let me just say the way words are arranged, structured to make full sentence. So English is not difficult. The only thing you need is give attention or to study. That's all. Now, it's all about a category, group of words, because parts of speech comprises of different group of words. Now, let's take the second definition. And before I proceed, I want to mention that the name of paragraphing style I'm using, you can see it's like I omitted one line and so forth, is called block style. But follow my channel. Subsequently, I will make videos concerning all those elements, maybe paragraphing style. I will teach you multiple of them and encourage you on the ones to use. But I personally, I prefer block style to indented paragraphing style. Now let's proceed. Second definition says the parts of speech he did what? That indicates or shows. That means parts of speech means the area that indicate or show how a word functions in meaning as well as grammatically within a sentence. Now let us underline grammatically. Grammatically simply means the rules of a language or the whole bundle of a language. So, parts of speech simply means how some element of word function in a whole language. Let's take the next definition from the Oxford Lennox Dictionary, and it said the Oxford Learners Dictionary defines parts of speech as one of the classes into which words are divided according to their grammar. See, grammatically it's still repeating itself according to their grammar, such as noun, verb, adjective, and etc. etc. It means that parts of speech, they are still telling us the same thing, that is all about how these things are jumbled together to form a sentence. Now, we normally see consistently that there are 8 parts of speech, but I didn't want to put 8 or 7 or 9 or 10 here. I just say the following are the parts of speech. Number 1, we have nouns. You can call it noun, that is singular. Nouns. Number 2, pronouns. Number 3, verbs. Number 4, adverbs. Number 5, adjectives. Number 6, prepositions. Number 7, conjunctions. Number 8, interjections. Number 9, articles and determiners. Articles and determiners. These are the 9 parts of speech, though some grammarians said they are 8. Some of us who belongs to another group as well adopted 9. But if I'm to split it, I'll further say that they are 10. But nevertheless, whether 8, 9, or 10, even there are some grammarians that said we have 12. So any category you belong, but the basics are what? These 8. So you as a student or prospective student that want to sit for examination need to know these basics in order to be able to answer questions from comprehension correctly, from letter writing, any type of essay, whether article, whether narrative essay, descriptive essay, expository essay, even summary writing. You need to know all these. Such students need to know this in order to know how to use these skills in order to what? Gain your A1 easily. Now, let's proceed to further things a student need to know. But this one is for advanced level, but I decided to integrate it in order to perfect this single teaching because I didn't want to come back. That means my next video, I will be discussing what the meanings of these parts of speech. Now let us look at it. In these parts of speech, there are some that are open and there are some that are closed. What do we mean by closed and open class or category? Let me explain before we go further. Open category simply means that a particular part of speech can integrate new word or new word can be added. That means new word that have not existed before, it can be created and it will be integrated into the grammar or grammary of such language. Any language in the world, it can be added. So, for example, nouns can accept new word. So, but there are some parts of speech that cannot accept new word. That is what I want to show you now. Now, let us look at the open class category. Number one, the open class adjectives. That means adjectives is open. It can accept new word. It can accept new word. If an individual is creative and you have the license, once you obtain your masters, you have license to create new word. Once such word is created, you can or it can be integrated if it's approved by scholars or grammarians. Then number two, open class is adverb, adverbs. Number three, nouns. Nouns, for example, I could remember previously in Nigeria, people were bearing normal names. But a time came, people started bearing names like offering, praise, gift. But if you check in 1980s, such name, more especially among Christians, were not common. Even names like anointing, testimonies, or testimony, rather. You see, previously, testimony wasn't a noun, but presently, it becomes what a noun. That means a new word are be added to nouns. The next one is verbs. Verbs can accept new words. New things can be created to add to verb, except auxiliary verbs. Yes, auxiliary verb does not. That means if we have 100 auxiliary verbs, no auxiliary verbs can be added again nor be removed. Then the last one under the open class is interjection. Interjection, yes. New words can be added to interjection. Interjection simply means a part of speech that express emotion. The emotion could be negative or positive. So if somebody express emotion in a way that it has not been done before and it is being classified as a word, that means new interjection and words existed. Now, the last one for today's teaching is the closed categories. The closed category, that means these ones cannot accept new words, cannot integrate new words. New words cannot be added, integrated, or imputed into these ones. And there are only 12. Remember, please, I said this one is for advanced level, maybe for people studying their degree level or master's level in English. But for secondary students, you just need to know few, but more especially this side. Now, let's proceed. The closed category number one is auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs. Number two, conjunctions. Number three, pronouns. Number four, adpositions. In adpositions, you see the subordinates or subs as pre propositions, postpositions, and circumpositions. But I have mistake here. It's not proposition, it's prepositions. Sorry, prepositions. Then we now have in number five determiners. Determiners. Under determiners, we have articles, we have qualifiers, we have demonstrative adjectives, and possessive adjectives. These words, these categories cannot adopt new words. Number six, clitics. Clitics. Number seven, coverbs. Number eight, particles. Number nine, contractions. Number 10, measure words or classifiers. Number 11, preverbs. Number 12, cardinal numbers. So these 12 cannot accept new words. Then to crown it all, there's something I have here. I say the process which words are added to the open class categories are called, that means the process, the normal due process by which words are added to the open class or categories are only four. Four. Number one is compounding. Compounding is a process by which words are new words are created. It's like taking two words or three words that can stand on their own, cut some part of it, and join it together, and we call it what? New word. Example, if you join your breakfast and your lunch together, you call it brunch. So we have compounding. Number three, derivation. Sorry, number two, derivation. I remember in one topic we call morpheme, derivational morphemes, and so on, just to find a way to create new word. Coining, remember to coin. Then the last one, borrowing. Borrowing simply means to pick what is in another language and bring it to add in another language. Just like, let's say, the way zebra was borrowed from South African language and integrated into English language. And almost everybody believes this is English. Alcohol wasn't originally originated from English. These are borrowed words. So thank you so much for watching, and I still remain English Master. Please subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed. Like the video, and you can as well comment by mentioning other topics you want me to make videos on. And I humbly tell you and promise that I'm going to make videos on them. Before I forget, please, this is not a perfection, but I know this is a pointer to a direction that a student can actually follow to make and gain good grade in examination. Thank you so much. Please share the links and share the good testimony about this channel. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye.